Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dearest brothers and sisters and friends, today I want to share with you something very close to my heart. The launch of my new book, Reclaiming Education and Islamic Perspective for Western Australian Schools. Why this book? Because education is one of the most powerful tools we have to shape our future with. Yet here in Western Australia, our system has increasingly become tied to one metric, one measure, which is GDP or outcomes, like NAPLAN, ATAR, and the league tables dominate conversations in the community, while our children are too often reduced to numbers on a chart. Teachers are exhausted, students are anxious, and whole areas of learning, ethics, humanities, spirituality are pushed to the margins. This book asks you, is this really what education is meant to be? The core idea from the Quran and the Sunnah, our tradition, has always taught us that education is not simply about creating workers for an economy. It is about shaping the whole human intellect, character, and well-being, including spirituality. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and his companions lived a model of learning that was multidimensional: memorization, reflection, and application. This book brings together these three lenses for you to think about. A diagnosis of what is going wrong in WA's education policies. And number two, a global critique of neoliberal GDP-driven schooling. And finally, we look at an Islamic framework for education rooted in balance or mizan and guided by the higher objectives of the Sharia, which is protecting intellect, life, values, community, and ethical wealth. What it means for Western Australia? Imagine an education system where we find critical and creative thinking becomes important or even the same as exam results. The mental health and student well-being are not an afterthought, but actually part of the design. The teachers are nurtured, becoming mentors or murabbi, not reduced to deliverers of content. Schools build bridges with indigenous wisdom, multicultural communities, and global best practice. And we will see that knowledge becomes a trust in our manner, shaping conscience as well as competence. This is not just a book for Muslims to look at or read. It is a book for everyone who believes that education should be about more than numbers, that it should nurture human flourishing. Reclaiming Education is now available in hardcover, paperback, and in Kindle on Amazon. I invite you to read it, reflect on it, and join the conversation about how we can reimagine education here, particularly in Western Australia, not as a conveyor belt for the economy, but as a garden for human potential. Thank you for listening. Until next time, Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.